Hi, I'm Dan Polimino with KW Big Island and the Hawaii team. Well, I just came back last month from our annual convention in, this year it was in Las Vegas. It changes from year to year. It rotates to about 4 different cities. We had a great time. There was about 20,000 Keller Williams agents there. The information was off the hook, but here's something that one of the presenters said that I thought was really, really interesting. He said, Dan, people will do business with you if they know you, if they like you, and they trust you. Interesting. That's the 3 criteria. If they know you, if they like you, and they trust you. And I said, well, I think I'm likable, but I'm not sure. And after 17 years and 1,300 transactions, shoot, I hope they can trust me to get them to the closing table and take care of their money and take care of what is one of the biggest investments of their life. But he said, do they know you? And then I started thinking about that. Do they know me? Like, have I told you who I am? So I thought, hey, what about this for a refreshing idea? What if I just told you about me? Yeah, okay, so here we go, right? Everybody ready? Born and raised in Syracuse, New York. Well, raised for a certain period of time. I have 2 Italian parents, and I'm Italian. I'm an Italian New Yorker, which means I have no patience. And my mother and father divorced when I was young, and my mother felt like every good Italian, she needed to make a pilgrimage to Florida. So she moved us to Florida, and she moved us just before my freshman year. And so I went to high school in South Florida in a suburb of Fort Lauderdale called Plantation. So for all of you out in Plantation, or you're a Plantation High School graduate, woohoo! Yeah, 4 years at Plantation High School, and then it was time for me to go to college, and I was fortunate enough to be accepted back to Syracuse. I went to Syracuse University, and I was accepted at the most prestigious broadcasting school in the country, the S.I. Newhouse School of Communications at Syracuse University. And I was so grateful and so fortunate, and I got to go there, and I got to study broadcast journalism. And so after 4 years at Syracuse, I graduated with a broadcast journalism degree, and I got my first job in broadcasting at a small radio station in Syracuse, New York called WHEN Radio. And I started off as the morning sports guy. It was AM radio. They were doing news in the morning. It was Phil Markert in the morning, and I was doing the 2.5 to 3 minute sports updates twice an hour through the morning drive. That was my first job in broadcasting. And I went on to become the sports director at that station. I launched a sports talk show, because that's when sports radio was really getting off the ground, and I was hosting an afternoon drive home from 4 to 6. We were doing sports talk 4 to 6. And then I got fortunate, and I got the opportunity to become the morning talk show host at a new all-sports radio station in Denver, Colorado. So I was leaving my beloved Syracuse and my Syracuse Orangemen, in which I was covering Syracuse University basketball and football and lacrosse, and I was leaving them to drive across the country and start a career in Denver as their morning show talk show host. And it was at KKFN, the Fan 950. That was when they were on the AM dial. They've since moved to the FM dial. So in part 1 of Getting to Know Dan, we're gonna leave you right there as I arrive in Denver as a young buck in my mid to late 20s. And I start my broadcasting career in Denver, covering the Denver Broncos, the Denver Nuggets, and the Colorado Rockies. And in part 2 of Getting to Know Me, we'll pick up the story from there. All right? Well, I hope you're enjoying it. Again, as always, click the subscribe button right now, and make sure you're getting fresh videos every week. Share these with other people, and give me a call. I will pick up the phone, I promise. 808-913-0899. And if you need more information, check us out at thehawaiiteam.com. Aloha.